Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today you're tackling Alex Hormozi's Master the Art of Selling.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm really excited about this one
Me too.
because I think everyone, no
Uh,
matter what you do, can benefit from getting better at selling.
absolutely.
Whether you're selling products, services, or even just ideas.
I think that's a really great point.
Yeah.
We all have to sell in some way, shape, or form in life.
Right, exactly.
Convincing your kids to eat their vegetables.
Oh, tell me about it.
That's a sales job.
It is a sales job. Okay, so Hormozi, right off the bat,
Yeah.
he kind of throws the old hard sell tactics out the window.
Right.
He's not about that.
No, he really emphasizes
Yeah.
understanding the psychology behind a sale.
Yes, and finding that
Yeah.
sweet spot between logic and emotion.
Absolutely.
So it's not just about bombarding people with facts and figures.
No.
It's about connecting with them on a deeper level.
Exactly. You have to make them feel something.
Okay, so how do you do that?
Well, Hormozi is a big believer in storytelling.
Right.
Instead of just listing features and benefits, like a robot,
Yeah, yeah.
he says you need to weave a narrative that speaks to the client's desires.
So paint a picture for them.
Exactly. Instead of saying, this vacuum has 2,000 watts of power, he could say,
Okay.
imagine never having to worry about pet hair again.
Ooh, now that's something I can get behind.
Right. It makes you feel something.
Yeah, it does.
And that's how you grab their attention.
But then you need the logic to back it up, right?
Oh, absolutely. Emotions open the door, but logic closes the deal.
I like that.
So you've got to have the facts, the figures, the evidence to prove that your product delivers.
It's a 1-2 punch.
Yeah. Emotion gets them hooked. Logic reels them in.
Okay, now let's talk about something that I know a lot of people dread.
Uh-oh. What's that?
Objections.
Ugh. Yeah.
Nobody likes dealing with those.
No, but they're part of the game.
But Hormozi has this really interesting way of looking at them. He says, instead of seeing them as roadblocks,
Right?
think of them as signposts.
Interesting analogy.
They're actually opportunities to understand your client better
I can see that.
and maybe even provide them with even more value.
So how do you actually use an objection to your advantage?
Well, Hormozi talks about this technique called the feel, felt, found method.
Feel, felt, found.
Yep. It's all about empathizing with the client, sharing a relatable story,
Okay.
and then revealing how you found a solution.
Got it.
So, for example, let's say a client says, your prices are too high.
Oof. Yeah, classic.
Right. So instead of getting defensive, you could say,
Yeah.
I understand how you feel.
Right.
I felt the same way when I first saw the price.
Right.
But what I found was...
And then you explain the value proposition?
Right. The unique benefits that justify the cost.
That's smart.
And that really builds trust, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Trust is everything in sales.
And actually, that brings us to another key point from the book.
What you...
Trust. Hormozi talks a lot about this.
Oh, yeah. He considers it the foundation of any successful sale.
But he doesn't just say, be trustworthy. He breaks it down into actionable steps.
That's what I appreciate about Hormozi.
Yes. He's all about practical advice.
So how does he break down trust?
He talks about 3 components: integrity, expertise, and consistency.
Does make sense.
Right. Integrity means doing what you say you'll do.
Even when no one's looking.
Exactly. Expertise is all about knowing your stuff inside and out.
So you can answer any question with confidence.
Yep. And consistency means delivering on your promises time and time again.
So basically, be reliable and trustworthy.
Exactly. And, it's funny because I used to think sales was all about,
Yeah.
being slick and fast-talking.
Truth-talking salesperson, yeah.
Yeah. But Hormozi's approach is so different.
It's more about building relationships.
Yes. It's about becoming a trusted advisor.
And that takes time.
Which brings us to another point that Hormozi emphasizes.
Time management.
Yes. He's got this whole system for maximizing your time.
I'm all ears.
He talks about scheduling back-to-back appointments.
To keep the momentum going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But honestly, when I first read that, I thought, wouldn't that be exhausting?
It sounds intense.
Right. But he explains that it's not just about quantity, it's about quality.
So it's more about being strategic with your time?
Exactly. He actually advocates for something called the 100 calls method,
What's that?
where you reach out to 100 potential clients in a short burst.
Wow, that's a lot of calls.
It is. But the idea is to quickly identify the most promising leads.
So you can focus your energy where it matters most.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
I like that.
Okay, so we've talked about connecting with clients emotionally, using logic, reframing objections, building trust, and managing your time.
That's a lot.
It is. But there's one more thing I want to touch on.
What's that?
Empowering clients.
Okay.
Hormozi believes that you should never pressure clients into buying.
Agreed.
It's about guiding them to make their own informed decisions.
So it's more like being a consultant.
Exactly. You're there to present options, answer questions.
And ultimately, let the client choose what's best for them.
Right, because when clients feel empowered,
They're more likely to be happy with their purchase.
and happy clients lead to.
Referrals.
Yes. Referrals are like gold in Hormozi's world.
They're the best form of marketing.
He encourages readers to actively cultivate referral.
By providing exceptional service and creating a culture of sharing.
So to sum it all up,
Yeah.
mastering the art of selling is about connecting with people on an emotional level,
Right.
backing it up with logic,
Yes.
reframing objections as opportunities,
Absolutely.
building trust through integrity, expertise, and consistency,
It's all connected.
and ultimately empowering clients to make their own choices.
Leading to those valuable referrals.
Exactly. Wow, that was a lot.
That's a deep dive.
It was. So here's a final thought for everyone listening.
Okay.
Hormozi talks about this concept called the value equation.
Interesting.
He says, if you can consistently provide more value than you charge,
Yeah.
success is inevitable.
I like that.
I do too. And think about that not just in terms of business,
Right.
but in your relationships, your career, your hobbies.
Your life in general.
Yes.
Hmm?
How can you apply this principle to create more value in every area of your life?
That's something to think about.
It is. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive. Until next time, keep learning, keep selling, and keep creating value.